Welcome to another episode of your favorite foreign FX podcast. It's called the PhD FX podcast, and today we're going to be talking about my review for the month of May. And as you can see, I'm quite happy because the plan for the month of May was met, and I had my 6R, as I say. So what does it even mean if you're just a first-time viewer today? So each month we target the highest point should be a 6% return on investment, and that's how we trade. And so usually I risk about 2% for a funded account, such that I can make like 12%. And I have a lot of rules. My daily, I take just one trade daily, and I take just one setup, just one time frame, because I have other things to do, and that's why it's called the Forex PhD podcast. So without much ado, join me and as we go into the chart to see the trades I took. And so if we go back in time, I got a trade on the first day of the month, and after that I had a bit of a roller coaster because I missed. I had a losing streak of about 3 trades in a row, and my results are out there. This month I had to challenge accounts. I had one for the second phase, which I passed on the first trade. And I had another account, which I eventually passed the account. And I'm going to show proof somewhere in the video. And the video, just look out, you're going to see proofs at the end of the video. Okay, so look at this was the first trade I took. Again, I had my zone cut out. Usually, from my previous videos, I think there was a name I called it then, but now I just call it like it's just a zone I mark out on the higher time frame, and then I come in on the 5 minutes to take my entry. My entry is quite unique. I think I learned it from the Alofusion market, but they use the 15 minutes time frame for this particular entry. So usually I look for a liquidity sweep in that zone. And so once I see that, I expected this to happen with this move. We had most of the zone taken out already. So I usually use a sell stop if I want to take a sell. And that was how I took this trade that day. Very good trade. I hit a 1 to 3. I did not know there was news, and so usually there was a slippage, and most of the brokers, they took out my profit earlier, and so I had about 5% on this. I took about 5% on this because I risked 2%, and so 2 times 3 should be 6% gain on my accounts, but I got like a 5% gain on this. And so this was what passed my second phase of the challenge, and my certificate should be on the screen here. And so I passed the challenge. Awesome challenge. But I still had the other account, and because we look for, if possible, if we have, I would say, luck on my side or God on my side, if I have the first 2 trades of the month as a win, usually I'm done for the month, and I'll have more time to spend on to do other things. I treat this more as an investment and not a day trading venture, because I'm not allowed to where I am. So I just treat this as an investment. I just come in, look at it. I don't spend much time. In about 5-10 minutes, I'm done, and then I leave the charts. Very simple and straightforward, which I think the Forex markets, crypto and other things, stock market should be more of an investment and not a full-time job. Again, that's my view. And so I had this low taken, tapped into the zone. I marked out. I was expecting the push, and then we had the push. We had again a confirmation. You can see there was a fair value gap here, because this zone is not fully tapped into for those who have been following my channel. So there was a fair value gap here, which gave an indication that market might go my way, and so beneath it was where I took the trade. But I have my entry here because I entered manually. So I entered manually on this trade, and it did not go my way. So that was the beginning of my losing streak. So that was the first loss. Again, I'm 2% off for the month. And you'll see proof of this on my balance or on the account. I try as much as possible to be as mathematical as possible. There was no trade on the next day, on the 3rd of May. That was on a Friday. On Monday, there was no trade. On Tuesday, the 7th of May, there was no trade also, as you can see. Let me just zoom in so it's going to be very clear. On Wednesday, there was no trade. So as I said, I treat this as an investment. 5-10 minutes, I'm done for the day, because I just put in, I have zones I mark out, and I put in alerts on the charts. And once I don't get an alert, I don't bother looking at the chart. So as you can see, this was on Thursday. I don't have date. I have a lot of restrictions, so I cannot add a particular day or time to my trade. I just trade. And so if you look at this day, we had it the normal criteria. We're in the zone. I wanted this to take it up. Very funny enough is the same zone was the zone that gave me all my setups for the month. How ironic. Just one zone. And so I think I saw this. It had tapped above 33% into the zone. So yes, I can take, I feel the zone is ripe to take a sell. And I took a sell and it took me out. That was the second loss for the month. And I continued. The Friday, there was no trade. And then the Monday, the next week, 13th of May, I think that was my in-law's birthday. And I took a loss. But again, I'm indifferent. I'm indifferent when it comes to losses, because I just know that with the rules I have, I can only take maximum of 6 trades, 6 losing trades, and I'm sure the 7th should be a winning trade, because I have data to prove this. I have data far back as to last year in January, so I think my data is enough. And I try to go back also in time for this particular pair. I love the pair. It's my bread and butter pair. And so I had the tap into the zone, and then you can see it has not gotten to the 33% mark, but we had the fair value gap. So yes, that's my trigger. Just like a lion, I run after the chase, and I lost the prey. It happens. Even lions. I think the win rate for a lion in the wilderness is not even up to 20%. So I lost it, and at this point I was on 0 return on investment, or 0 return on investment at that point. Sorry for that. So 0 return on investment. And so yep, it's like a fresh start. And so on this particular day, I had the highest point of this pre New York time. Again, I trade just the New York time, the pre New York time, and I had a high taken out. And so I was looking at tapping into the zone, and then markets came into the zone. When I saw this again, all my rules are in place. 33% up, so I could take just the last up candle. I always have a sell stop beneath it. Someone would ask, do you love to sell or buy? Again, I have many other rules, so selling or buying, I'm indifferent. I just want to see the rules I have and push the trade. Again, my strategy is mainly because of you see a lot of things in the Forex market, a lot of subjective views. Yes, I know there's a part of my strategy which is a bit subjective, but for the best part, I think it's something replicable, as people say, mechanical. Okay, so again, this was the last down candle. I think I got yes. I think there was a slippage by the brokers. They tapped me in around this point. I was targeting a 1 to 3 with a 14 pip stop loss. Again, I'm indifferent when it comes to stop loss. My target is just 3 RRR. That's it. And I know with a 33% win rate and a 3 RR, I should do good. Again, I don't trade the whole month. I have data to show that some months might be very high in profit while some months might be low. But again, I mean, if I could get 10% monthly if I could get an average of 10% monthly, even if it's for 6 or 7 or 8 months in the year, I mean, I'm going to do better than other people. This is how I remind myself that I'm doing well. And so the trade came back to my entry. At this point, I did not know. Usually I just set it and go do something else, probably go to class. I check it. I must be factual. I'm human. I check it from time to time. But I just, especially for my challenge account, I just leave it. Either way, you lose the money or you gain the money. And so, the trade went my way, 3RR. And then for the last trade of the month, which I took, so why did I have that? So with the way I trade, I should be able to pass one challenge, whether the first phase or the second phase of the challenge, in a month. And I mean, that's even so the best of them all, the best is FTMO. And with my strategy, I should be able to pass FTMO. Mind you, interestingly enough, I've not taken FTMO intentionally because I'm going for more cheaper prop firms. Eventually, my gains, I plan to use it to go for FTMO and a very large account at that, because FTMO is well trusted. I mean, I'm not sponsored by them. I can be. I'm still a young guy, but they are really doing good. I mean, they've been here for a while. Okay, so I took the first trade. Now I'm 3% up. Hooray, I'm feeling good. Next day, there was no trade. I was on Wednesday. Thursday, there was no trade. This candle was funny. Friday, there was no trade. I'm sitting on my hands. Just like the lion, I'm waiting for the best time to pull my trigger. On the Monday, it came back into the same zone. So notice the zone tapped 1, 2, and the third one here, 3. So I know institutional traders will say no, the smart money concept, as they call themselves. I use liquidity, so it's not like I try to bullshit them, but they say when a zone has been tapped 1, twice, third time or fourth time, blah blah blah. I don't care, really. I don't care. The zone should just come, and I think I'll be fine. So this came in again. I remember I was looking at this. So I got the lot here, but I was not on the chart. I had some obligations to carry out, so I was not even looking. And so I think I came back to the chart when this candle, I had my limit order here. And so I came back to the chart. I got back home at about this time. It was during my exams. And so I was just looking and I was like, oh no, it's gone. I was feeling so bad. But again, I forgot to delete the limit order. So I just put in a sell limit, not a sell stop this time. Put in a sell limit, hopefully it will touch. And for those who love to do the order block, break or structure, it should be a break or structure, then order block, whatever. So I think I forgot, really. And so I just woke up to the news that I passed the challenge because of this tap in right here. So again, this zone is my protected zone. Usually I protect my stop loss a lot because I don't have the emotions to tell myself, oh, there was a way to protect it and you did not protect it. And so it came in again, gave me it touched the TP just even way before this move happened. And again, I wouldn't have taken a trade on this day because as you might know, there was the liquidity and I would have expected a sweep to take this out and then calm down, but it did not happen. But again, these two trades, after the 3 losses, these 2 trades gave me the month, and that was it for the month. And you see that I have proofs. I passed the first phase of the second challenge, and I passed the second phase of the very first challenge I started in the month of April. Yeah. So aside from February this year, which I had a negative of 1R, which is 2%, I've not had such a negative month, and I hope it continues. As I said, I think probability and percentages, and in the year I plan to have about 100% return on investment. That's if I'm risking 2%, and to have 100% return on investment, it means every month that I get 10%, I can keep that for at least 10 months. So again, I give myself 2 months of probable failure. That's how I trade. And so, yeah, on the third, the next day, this did not work well in this zone. I had another zone marked out. You can see the low taken out. Perfect. This like liquidity for my smart money concept friends came in. Again, this is a black candle. I take my buy of the last sell candle. So this is a dark candle if you want to see proof. Yep. So, but again, I did not take this trade. I was done for the month, and I can show you that I did not. And this trade eventually went my way. Yeah. If I check through again, I had a couple of good trades. This, I could not take this. And that's it. And that's it. So this is today. This is the weekend. I'm in the month of May, and I'm done for the month. What a beautiful way to trade. Hopefully, I continue this way. For the zones, I don't know. I just pick the zones randomly. I'll probably leave it at that for now. But I trust that whatever strategy you take, know that your edge should work once you have data. As a Forex trader or a stock trader or a crypto trader, please always look out for data. You are much more, you're more like a data analyst in the real sense. And so if you're a data analyst, it means you need good data to support whatever you're doing. Again, to the next month and probably to the next video, because I'll be giving some tips on how to trade better. Stay safe, keep trading, don't give up, don't give in. You're gonna be, or we all get there, and we all will become, as we say, financially free. Thank you. Bye.